but you here already? I've been waiting for you all day, so let's get to it. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Hello people, what's up? It's a girl, Becca, filming from Kaduna, Nigeria. I'm going to go now. So, it's another story time. It's part of my first stories in Ahmadu Bello University when I just got on campus. So from the last story time, you would understand that I resumed very late. If you haven't seen that story, I'll put the link somewhere here so you can get to watch it. So I had resumed very late. My reg number 158 out of 160, and I could bet you that I was the last to get to that class because by the time I got there, they were done with CAs. Thank God for my friend Joy. Joy was the one who took me around, took me to one lecturer, to another.
She misplaced her luggage.
That gave us a good leverage.
She misplaced her luggage and now she has nothing to really wear. She is this, she is that, she is in this, please help.
And that was how we won the case, almost everywhere. But that worked really for assignments anyways. For the CS, I had to battle for 20 instead of 40 marks initially. So I had lost over 20. But for lecturers who give assignments instead of a physical test in class, I was able to meet some of them. Then I submitted my assignment. One particular case I would never forget. I had met this man. He said,
"Oh, the assignments are still with student A. Go with her, tell her that although we have stopped receiving this assignment, that I asked you to give it to her."
Then I met this girl. She said,
"Hello? And we have stopped collecting."
And even when my friend and some other girl acted as witnesses to say, "No, so person said you should receive the assignment from her, that he pardoned her for a reason late and all of that." This girl squeezed her face so much and said, she collected the assignment from me in a way that I felt she might end up not submitting her assignment. But hers is by the way, some people give them small power and they will show the world what they are made of. So yeah, I realized that I needed to study hard, study really hard. And yeah, maybe I didn't mention few tests that I met because I haven't read and the university system was new to me. I failed them. I had very low grades, very low marks, very low scores once the scripts were returned to us. I'm glad that I was privy to those scripts. So I was able to see the script and I knew I needed to buckle down and get to business. I knew I needed to do something. I knew I needed to go the extra mile. I needed to study. I just knew even if I had to pass. So while I was trying to study, I wasn't even trying to study to be the best student in class. I just wanted to pass. I didn't want to waste my parents' money. I didn't want to waste my own time. And I knew I could do it. I knew if I put my mind to it, I would do it. So why not? So I got down to business. My friend Joy Ede was housing me then in the hostel. We'll come back to that story later. She was housing me in the hostel, so we're always together. So on our way to class in the morning, we saw a very nice corridor. Beautiful, long, quiet, with flowers, and we felt, yes, this looks like a great study spot. So we're gonna come back here in the evening to study. So of course, as planned, in the evening we took our lamp, we wore our socks, and we took our books, carried our bag, things we could chew, as you're reading, you nibble at things, it helps you. So we did all of those and we got there. Lo and behold, the place was so dark. Thank God for our lamps. It was so dark we could hardly see anything. So we're wondering, what kind of fine place is this? So beautiful, fine. But there is no light. Haba. This shouldn't be happening. There should be light. This place should be well lit so that students can enjoy themselves, sit here, hang out, study, you know. Thank God we were prepared for it anyways. We had our lamps, so we switched it on. But the first thing we realized was mosquitoes. I guess the flowers there were breeding so much mosquitoes and our legs were hurting. Thank God for the socks, so they helped. We were resilient. We needed to study. These are stories to success, you know. These are the stories we'll tell. So we're like, yeah, let the mosquitoes bite us. By the time we leave this place, we're able to tell stories to tell our children. When I was in school, you know, I used to go read and there would be mosquito bites, but just like mosquito bites, I did excel, you know, all of those. So it was the motivation we had. We stood still and continued reading. All of a sudden, we noticed something. People were walking in twos. Like they were going into an ark built by Noah during the time of the flood. Male, female, male, female, male, female. And we were wondering why. Next we noticed that nobody sat close to us because of the illumination coming from our lamp. So they all went and sat far away from us, far away from us. We even saw some people that we knew and we greeted them. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, hi, what's up? How you doing? What's up? Come like, why are you not studying? Why are you walking around with? Okay, we didn't say that one. We only greeted them. We just greeted them as they passed, so they went to sit. And we continued studying, you know, as per, you know, I sat on one end, Joy sat at the other, so we're facing each other using a whole space, you know, having a whole space to ourselves. And we really enjoyed our time there, you know, we really studied. So after a while, the mosquito, the cold, and the fact that a lot of people had now come in and we were the only ones reading, it started to set in that it's sort of odd. So we decided to leave. So we went back to the hostel. By the time we got to the hostel, you know, we were in diploma 1. We had 100, 200, or 400 level. 300 level students are not entitled to hostel at Ahmadu Bello University. So we had all these other levels. We had all the other levels in the room. So we're complaining to them. What kind of students are in Ahmadu Bello University? We thought the university people were very studious, people were serious. Of course, we'll have the serious ones, but how can 90% or 99.9% of people be unserious? At the place we went to study, people were just there gisting, you know, moving around like, student needed to study, you know. And they'll ask you, oh, what class did you go to that people would come to class just to gist? Of course, people would go to class to gist, but most of the time, maybe people would rather sleep off while they're studying. Nobody would come to class and then be gisting. And for them to be gisting, all of them at the same time, are we sure we're in the right place? And we're laughing at that. Of course, we found all these spots for ourselves and we went there to utilize the spots to study. And they said, okay, describe it. So we described, oh, it's the corridor behind Roberto Hostel. So as at that time, we were staying at Amina Hostel, Queen Amina Hostel, the home of the princesses. I told them that we went to study at the corridor, the longest corridor in ABU. Some people say it's the longest corridor in Sub-Saharan, no, in West Africa. Like the longest corridor in West Africa. I don't know, I don't have any stats to back that up. I don't have any proof, but people say that. So we told them, we described it and told them, yeah, that was what we studied. Then the student just jumped up from the bed and said, you went to the devil's corridor. Oh my God. Then someone else said, yeah, it's called Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm like, hello, come again? Like Sodom and Gomorrah, iniquities abound there. That's why there's no light, you know, because each time the school fixes the lights will be brought down in a matter of hours, and students always go there in the night. If you pass them in the morning, you see CDs in the corners, CDs of Adekunle Gold and Kiss Daniel, you know what I'm talking about. And it's just really like that. So we sat down and we were like, we don't know past ourselves. So we were the one in the wrong place. But is there really a wrong place in school? I don't know. So that's the story of how I went to study at the Devil's Corridor. architects confirmed that this can actually go for the longest corridor in West Africa, right?
Yeah.
What's the proof?
From studies now, and it's been reflecting on Google, at least for the meantime. You don't have anybody that's come to counter it. Who always wants their own thing to stand on to it, because other counter it. By now, we have seen something longer.
Thank you. If you are a student of Ahmadu Bello University's area, or you've heard about Devil's Corridor, please let me know using the comment section what you think about the Devil's Corridor. If you've heard about it, if you've been there, if you've used it before, if you have a different opinion of the longest corridor in the area, please to let me know. For all returning subscribers, thank you guys. You're the reason why Becca is here. And if you're new here, please support my channel by subscribing and clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Each time I make a new post, you will get notified. Please ensure you drop a comment. Let me know you were here. Let me know what you think about this. Please, I need all of this to get me going. Give this video a thumbs up and ensure you share. Thank you very much. See you next time. Be good.